This is the 23rd of May 2006. We're in Tarragona with Christiana Nord. Christiana, you're noted as a translator, trainer and theorist within the school that's known as Skopos theory. Does that label fit to you? Are you a theorist of Skopos?
Well, in a way, I think I am, although I prefer the term functionalist, because, of course, I'm drawing on Skopos theory, but I'm not really a theorist. Myself, I'm a person who applies the theory, and since I'm applying Skopos theory to translator training, translation teaching, and also to practical translation work, I think I'm a functionalist.
Does that mean you're one of a group of people, or do you see yourself as working off your own bat, in a way?
In a way, yes, probably. Although I would see myself in the same group with, for example, Paul Kussmaul and the late Hans Hönig and others.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
Justa Holz-Mentory or Hans Vermeer?
Hans Vermeer and Justa Holz-Mentory are somewhere in the back of my mind. But as I said, being an applicator, I introduced loyalty into the Skopos concept, and I think that's important for application. Perhaps it's not so important for the general theory, but of course I've learned a lot from both Hans Vermeer and Justa Holz-Mentory.
Okay, so let's get down to your basic ideas. What do you mean by loyalty in that sense?
Well, you see, radical functionalism, a radical Skopos theory would allow, as I see it, for any Skopos with a given source text, and the translation would be functional as long as it achieves the Skopos intended by the client, so or whoever, the aim, the goal, the intended purpose, say. And since when I'm training young students to be translators in the real world, they can't just pretend they are acting somewhere in the void, but they have to take account of the ideas and concepts of translation prevailing in their respective, in the cultures they're working with. And this is precisely what loyalty does. It is a way of considering what the prospective receivers of the translation might expect of the translation and how they're going to receive it. It does not mean that you always have to do what they expect, but that you have to be aware of it and, if necessary, kind of make them aware that you are doing perhaps a different thing from what they expect you to do.
So loyalty to
people.
norms or to people?
To people. Loyalty is an interpersonal category. I would like to insist on this. It's not loyalty with regard to texts, because our texts are kind of utterances of people, and people have rights, and that's an ethical question, of course. And it's loyalty towards the client, towards the target text receivers, also towards the source text author, if there is any person, if it's not an anonymous text, so to speak, and of course the loyalty towards myself as a translator, so I can sleep well at night after doing my translation work.